there, welcome to Unscripted with me, Grace. Special thanks as always for you making time for us. We truly appreciate your viewership, and of course our beautiful location Radisson Blu in Arboretum. Thank you for hosting us. Now this episode today is our special Mother's Day episode. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. We celebrate all the mothers out there watching. Thank you. We are here because of you. Our guest today, her journey to motherhood was not a smooth one, but a beautiful one all the same. So stay right there and let the show begin.
For the mom out there who is really hoping to hold a baby in their arms someday, all hope is not lost. I've been in that journey and I never thought this would happen to me either. But I want to give you this word of encouragement. It can happen to you. It's never too late to be a mom, and God above has heard your cry. It's gonna happen when the time is right. And don't despair. Don't despair. I know you've been praying. So when you pray, believe that God is gonna do something for you.
Hi there, welcome to Unscripted. Thank you as always for making time for us. Our guest today is the lovely Jemima. Thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you so much for having me here today.
Fantastic. Thank you for reaching out to share your story, because you reached out and you said you must share this story. So let's first begin by introducing yourself. Who is Jemima?
Jemima is a wife, is a mom of one boy, and I am now out to help women.
Oh, good.
Yes.
This is after your experience.
Yes, and I am a fibroid warrior.
A fibroid warrior.
Exactly.
So let's start with when the fibroid experience began. Your menses were painful from a very young age.
Yes.
At age 13. Is that when it began, or when did it start?
I'm not sure when the fibroids began, but what I know is from the time I started my menses, they were so painful. They could go for 7 days, very heavy flow. And
from that young age, 13?
Yes, 13 years. It was so bad. You're in and out of hospitals, painkillers. It came to injections because now painkillers could not work, like the tablets were not working for me. I had to be injected. And it was so traumatizing because it kind of affected my studies.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
When you're told, you know, coming into a woman is supposed to celebrate it, embrace it.
Yes.
But yours was just too much pain.
Too much, and crazy pain that you couldn't explain, especially as a young girl at my age.
Your mom, would she understand, or?
Yeah, she could understand because she also used to have painful cramps, but not as severe as mine. So she was trying to relate with me, try to understand me, and not to like pressure me into anything, because at that time I couldn't even do house chores. So even at school, the moment they, like when I began my menses, they could just tell me, they knew next month Jemima has to be taken to the hospital. Like she has to go be admitted for the night and come back tomorrow to school.
Kidding?
Yes.
So each month you admitted?
Yes, for injection and drip, because I was not eating.
What?
Yeah, I could get dehydrated so badly. And you could tell a difference. I could lose some weight. During that 1 week, you could tell that something is happening from other normal days of the month.
Oh my.
I remember one day my dad was transferring my bro and I from one school to another. And then we were to go and do the interview. Grace, it was bad because I was on my periods. I was in pain. I was not able to do the interview. And my bro, we just have a difference of 1 year. So he was a class behind me. So when we did the interview, he passed and I couldn't do the interview. So I just told the teacher, I'm going to repeat. Because there was no way I was going to the next class without doing the interview. So my option was like, just repeat.
So do paint a picture of how this painful menses affected your social life, your academics. For now, you've mentioned academics, you had to repeat a class.
Yeah, and for like with my bro, he used to sleep in the next room. So when I started my periods, he could put on earphones or move to the guest room. Really? Because I could cry, literally crying loudly, roll on the floor because I feel like there's too much heat on my tummy. So I'm looking for somewhere cold and to just lie down. Nothing. Really? It was so bad. And you go to the hospital, the nurse is like, it's okay, it's normal.
It's normal.
Other people don't understand you, especially your age mates, because they don't experience that, and they're like, why is your case so special? When you go to work, now after I graduated, I'm employed, you get that there are 2-3 days I'm not coming to work. Why is your case different? Why are you special than others? So it was like traumatizing, because some people don't understand.
Yeah.
They kind of mock the pain they don't know.
So at what point did you either decide or pushed for you to figure out what is going on with my body?
So I remember at work, there's a lady, a colleague, she just told me, oh, Jemima, have you ever done a scan to just know what's up with your uterus? Like, that pain is abnormal.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe it's time I did. And I booked an appointment at Aga Khan Hospital.
Okay.
I went to see a gynecologist there.
And now you're how old at this point?
26.
From 13 years?
Yes.
All those years with chungu ile you can't explain.
Yes.
26 is when you said, let me go and find out what's happening.
Yeah, because it's abnormal.
Yeah.
Yes. So I went in for an appointment, and the gynecologist did a scan for me. And he told me I have fibroids.
How big were they? How bad was it?
The biggest at that point was 4 centimeters. And the other one was around 3.7. And then there were multiple small ones.
I see.
Yes.
And could he tell? Was it happening over a period of time?
He told me that, he asked me if I had been experiencing pain. I told him, of course, since I started my menses, because those are some of the symptoms of you having fibroids. So either you have too much flow during your menses, it's painful, like you fatigue all the time, especially when you're having your menses. So he told me those are some of the symptoms of fibroids, and if I've been experiencing it, then seems they could have begun
there for a while.
For a while.
So what was the next step forward after that?
Actually, it was on a Tuesday, and he made it look like an emergency because I'm young. I'm at the age of getting married, because I was honestly I was dating.
Okay.
I was booked for surgery.
It was said it was that serious? It had to be.
It had to be
was
removed.
This myomectomy? What was
endoscopy? Because they told me they can't cut open my uterus because I've not yet given birth. They kind of did 3 small cuts on this side one, and then on the belly button.
Okay.
Those small cuts.
And how did that go?
Not good.
What happened?
The doctor had assured me after that my menses were going to be smooth. Actually, it may even reduce the days to like 5.
Yeah.
And I trusted him because he's the doctor. And so after that, my next menses were crazy. I never used to experience back pain, but then now back pain started.
What?
I don't know if it's because of the surgery, the medicine, I don't know. But it was bad. Up to today.
Really?
Up to today. I can't do much.
What, every time or just during your period? So now constantly you have backaches?
Yes, constantly I have backaches.
What?
And it started from that time.
I see.
Periods were painful, like they kind of added one more switch.
Oh no.
I didn't understand what was happening. I could call the doctor even at midnight just to ask him, doctor, you said this. What's up? What's happening?
Did they take out all the fibroids or not?
I don't know what happened, Grace, because I knew that when you remove the fibroids, you're supposed to show me this is what I've removed.
Exactly, because I went through the same procedure, myomectomy, and they showed me everything. My periods reduced. So did they show you any of that?
They never showed me. And that is what made me like suspect if really something happened. That time, remember, I parted with a lot of money, almost 360K.
Yeah.
Nothing is happening. I just feel frustrated. And I'm like, what's up? And then they tell me, these things, they grow back. It's not like they are going forever. They'll still come back. So they were to do the surgery for me and get pregnant as soon as possible.
Before even pregnancy, was there a post-checkup to see how your uterus was doing? Did you go for a checkup?
Yes,
even
I
if
did.
It's a second opinion to see if the fibroids are still there?
Yes, I did. And they told me, like, they were not there.
They were not?
That's what they told me, because I did a scan. I did a scan. They told me they could see, because I went immediately after, like, the doctor said that after the surgery, I went back after 1 month because the pain was too much after the next periods. So I went back, they checked, they told me there were no fibroids. But then...
Did you see for yourself on the scan?
you know, it's so hard to analyze all that thing on that screen.
Okay.
It's so difficult to analyze.
But a good doctor should show you so you can be able to see.
Yes, and then that's one thing I kind of felt betrayed. You know, I kind of felt betrayed. And then after 3 months, I go do a scan and I find out that I have a fibroid, 3 centimeters. Can it grow back that fast?
That quickly.
So I kind of felt betrayed.
So you went for a second opinion?
Not really.
This is the same
not
doctor?
No.
The one after 3 months?
No.
It's
It was not the same doctor. I just went for a scan in another hospital.
Okay, just to make sure.
Yeah, just to make sure what they told me is true.
And upon realizing that indeed nothing
happened,
nothing was done, yes. How did you feel in that moment?
Betrayed and so frustrated. And I'm like, I thought this nightmare was going to be done. Like, I just wanted to be normal because that is being abnormal.
I understand.
Yeah, so I had to seek another idea, which is not hospital, just do herbs, which still didn't work for me.
Oh, no.
And I was like, okay, let me just live with this thing anyway. What worse can happen?
Oh wow, you accepted.
Now what was I supposed to do? I just accepted. But back in my mind, I'm like, this thing, I'm scared of it. I'm just scared because I went to the internet now, Google, how do fibroids look like? And I was scared by the photos I could see there.
Dr. Google is the worst.
I was so scared. I'm like, these things are inside me.
Imagine.
No. I didn't know what to do.
Let's take a short break. We'll be right back and hear more about Jemima's experience. Don't move.
Pampers Pants is now available with a 2-piece pack at only 50 bob.
Kijani Ridge is Tatu City's premier neighborhood, offering a 1.5-acre fully serviced plot in a controlled development. The plots overlook a beautiful dam with natural green spaces. Kijani Ridge is a walking distance from Rover Pioneer and Crowford International Schools. Families are already moved in and more homes are under construction. Contact us for daily site visits and own your dream home with us.
Wow, thank you for your time.
And do you have any question for us?
How juicy.
Juicy. Juicy. Niko fiti maze niko fiti majamana mabenti wako fiti. Juicy.
You do your best out there. Let us do our best in here with the disinfecting power of Jik. Because Jik cleans and kills 99.9% of illness-causing germs in your home. Jik, your family's guardian against germs.
Today tastes like a Sunday barbecue. And it never tasted this good.
When they flip and roll and start to crawl away, tape diapers can be hard to put on. Then it's time for all-round fit Pampers Pants. Easy to pull on even when they're moving around for a great fit and up to 12 hours of dryness. And easy to remove. Just tear the sides, lift away, roll up the pants and you're all done.
A 2-piece pack now available at only 50 bob.
How do you tell the difference between this child is learning to speak and there's a problem here?
We look at the frequency of stammering.
Mine, I think it usually delay in maybe mentioning some words.
Kianza kuongea nikagundua ako na hiyo challenge. Sasa kama mzazi nilifeel vibaya, mbona mimi kaza mtoto hivi.
Actually, I've lost quite a number of opportunities just because I couldn't express myself maybe during that interview.
Disability is not a problem is the society.
To our brand new Get It community project, Happy Gardens in Kitengela. Pay 800k on any of our projects and get 20k cashback, PAP. Call us now on 0790 300 300.
Try Panadol Advance for relief from headaches, body aches, and fever. With Panadol's Optizorb formula, the tablet gently breaks down in the stomach, quickly absorbs, and starts providing pain relief in 15 minutes. For fast and effective pain relief that you can trust, try Panadol Advance.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Now, before the break, you've narrated your traumatic experience, painful periods, and discovering you have fibroids and hoping it's treated, but then again you discover it's not. But come, I don't know how many years later, by 2017 you get married, 2018 you're pregnant. Tell us how that pregnancy was and the journey, considering you still had fibroids at this point, right?
Yes.
So how was your pregnancy?
It was the worst experience a woman can experience, especially knowing that you have life inside you.
Okay, tell us more. What do you mean?
Because my husband, when my husband and I got married, actually during that dating period, he saw all what was happening to me, and him getting
the pain you would go through.
Yes, and him deciding to get in marriage with me, knowing I may not have kids with this lady.
Yeah,
it's one thing that I feel I got support from him.
You got a good man.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's the kind of support anyone would want.
Yeah.
So after getting married, I was hoping to get pregnant immediately, which didn't happen. It happened after 6 months.
Okay.
And we were so
immediate.
Yes, it's still so immediate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were so happy, excited about having a baby.
Okay. For you, did you want this because you were told if you get a child, the fibroids will...
Yes, I was happy because at least I've conceived.
Okay.
At least I've conceived.
You were worried that you wouldn't be able to.
Yes, and I was hoping that since the nurses have been telling me when you get pregnant, have a baby, all this is gonna go. But that was on the case of menses. Now here is something which has a name, fibroids.
Okay.
And the moment I realized I was pregnant, the first picture came in my mind was the fibroids I saw on internet. And I'm like, you guys are there and a baby is growing here.
Yeah.
I just hoped for the best. The journey was so painful. I could survive on painkillers.
Carrying a baby with pain?
Yes, I was in so much pain. Wow. I couldn't sleep right. I couldn't sit right. Wow. Standing, it's not advisable for long. So it was a hell of a journey.
Did you go through checkup to see how baby was doing?
Yes, I was dealing with a gynecologist.
Okay.
Who was checking me from time to time.
All right.
Yeah. So he could tell me the baby is okay, it's fine, the fibroids are not interfering with the baby.
I see. But you were still in pain all the
time? But I'm still in pain. I was in pain like the entire period. If there was a time that I could go without medicine, iende sana. It's just a week.
Really?
Yes, just a week. The next week I'm on pain. I'm on painkillers. Now it got to a point even I can't take the tablets anymore. He just advised me.
There's a lot you also can't take when you're pregnant.
Let me just be injecting you a painkiller.
Really?
That was my last option on that. And I could vomit a lot. I eat something, I vomit. I eat something, I vomit.
And nothing could be done when you're pregnant to treat the fibroids?
Nothing can be done when I'm pregnant. I used to admire how women walk with that belly, you know, and I'm like, how does it feel? But for me, it was a nightmare.
So all through, so until 35 weeks, you went for, I think, a regular checkup?
Yes, just the regular checkup.
But it turned out to be not a very good day for you. What happened?
Yeah, the doctor, my gynecologist, sent me to a specific place. He told me, don't just go to any hospital. I'm sending you to this and this hospital.
Why?
Go and do a scan. Because
Why?
I think they are like specialists in scans.
Okay.
Fifth Avenue, I think there's a hospital there. So I went, I did a scan. As I was just laying on the bed, the doctor could just pass that thing. I looked at him and he's like, just a minute. He goes out, calls another doctor. They check me out. He goes out again to get another doctor.
Oh, no.
And then I asked him, is there a problem? Because their faces could show it.
Yeah.
They couldn't hide it. Yeah. And they told me, I need you to go back to your gynecologist now.
Oh, they couldn't tell you?
Yeah, now. And give him this report. Okay. I called my husband because he was just somewhere waiting. Okay. He came.
Then you went.
and we went back to the gynecologist in South Sea.
What did he say?
He told me, I need to book you for an emergency delivery. No amniotic fluid. It had gone, I don't know where. I never leaked. What? I didn't know where the amniotic fluid went to. I was so scared.
At 35 weeks?
Yes, at 35 weeks.
The baby was still alive?
Yeah, it was
still had
kicking.
a heartbeat?
Yes, and moving like, I don't know. So I don't know if the movement was the joyous movements of a baby or because the environment was not fit for the baby at that moment.
Okay.
Actually, the doctor told me, I want to put you on an injection to mature the lungs of the baby over the weekend, because it was on a Friday, over the weekend. And then on Monday, we packed to go like and get admitted and deliver tomorrow. Yeah, we went to check in, and I was hoping, you know, actually before that, you know, that week, so that I can go for that scan, I felt something in my heart.
What?
Scared. I was scared. I even wrote on my WhatsApp status, scared. Just that one word.
You just felt a fear you can't explain.
Yes, I didn't understand. I just wrote scared.
Oh my.
And now here it had been confirmed. So on Tuesday, I get in theater, baby still kicking. I don't know if she was just tired or what was happening there.
And also
because
35 weeks is still not too bad.
Not
like
too
a baby
bad.
Cancer. Yes,
yes, I had hope.
Yes,
like
exactly.
I had Googled a lot of things.
Yeah.
God, can baby survive at that 5 weeks? And I thought, yeah, they can.
They can.
So the doctor actually advised me, I wanted to like sleep completely.
Okay.
But the doctor told me, no, you've come a long journey. I need you to see this baby when she comes out. It was a girl. So I just went for the injection, the one for the back.
Oh,
and I had been told, don't go for that thing. Don't go for that.
I refused that one with my first one.
You also refused it.
But go ahead.
Yeah, they told me, don't. You're going to have an experience you'll never like for the rest of your life. And I'm like, for my baby, let me just do it.
Oh.
And I did it. The next thing I came to realize was like, I could feel the movements of the doctor, and I'm like, are you done? He told me, yes. Where's the baby? And I was like, the baby is off to the nursery.
So he didn't show you?
Yeah, he didn't show me. Like, it's like she was in a bad shape. There's a friend of mine who was waiting for me outside of the theater.
And your husband, was he there?
He was at the parking lot. So actually, I don't know what he had gone to do. But as the baby came, he was not out there.
Your friend was there?
Yeah, she was there. They were there together the whole time. But now, when
in that moment,
I don't know what. It's like God was like, go and get something. Then this happens, and then you come back.
I see.
That lady told me the way the nurse got out of that theater. First, she just knew that is she just knew that is Jemima's baby, and she followed the nurse.
Oh, good.
To the theater, to the nursery.
Yeah.
They wanted to see if the baby was okay, and like, I don't know, she was not fine.
What was wrong?
The fibroids had pressed her. So those who got to see her immediately she was born, they tell me her head was not normal. She was pressed, and then even the neck, there's the way the neck was. Yeah, so
that's why there was that movement.
Yes, like it's like she was not comfortable. She just wanted to come out.
I see.
And then it was, I never got the chance to see her at that time because even pressure was high. So I had to wait for some time before I got out of the waiting place.
Okay.
I don't know, it was an experience that no one would love to experience.
I'm sure.
As a mother, because it was that 5 weeks of a journey. And I was hoping to see this baby.
Yeah, you felt your baby move to the last minute.
And it's the first one.
Did you get to see your baby?
The next day, she was already dry. She was not like a baby, you know. She was already dry, like kalikuwa kamekauka kanakaa tu sijui aje.
Really?
It was not something you could want to see.
Was she alive?
Because after she got out, actually she passed like 20 minutes after birth. That's when my husband came back, and the lady told him, nimeona mtoto amekimbizwa hapa mbio, maybe we can talk to the nurse.
Yeah.
They were trying to resuscitate the baby, but
baby was gone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It was something that You know, I'm there. I come out of the theater. As we come from the lift, I see my husband. He comes to my bed and he's like, "Hi, babe." Yeah, I call him baby because I was being transferred to the ward. And I told him, they told me to take the injection so that I can see the baby. Have you seen her? He just turned around. He turned around and he took the stairs going down. I could see many people seated on the reception and I'm like, okay, you guys are not happy. What's up?
Did you know these people?
I recognized 3 of them, my friends, because the others were my friends. They were my husband's friends. And I went to the ward. I'm just there. No one is coming in. I'm just alone. Because if they come in, they're going to talk. And it's not like they're coming to congratulate me. So I was just there alone. Until 7 in the evening, that's when the doctor came.
From
my
what time?
friends, from around 10, 11.
You're joking.
Yeah, so people
so no one
could
told
just,
you anything?
No, no one told me anything. Actually, the lady who was the best couple to our wedding, she's the one who came there, tried to cheer me up. And she's like, "Hey, Jemima, don't you worry. The baby is okay. She looks like the dad, you know. And she's brown like you, but she looks like the dad." And I'm like, did she have to come out looking like the dad? So she just wanted me to laugh.
Yeah.
My brother came in. I could tell something is wrong with my bro. We are so close.
Okay.
He just looked at me as we laughed there with my husband. And he just left.
But your husband knew, but he didn't say anything yet.
They were told not to say anything to me until the doctor comes.
I see.
So he's the one who comes in the evening and tells me, "Oh, Jemima." And I'm like, "Doc, where's the baby?" Okay, I knew she was not okay. Maybe she's in the nursery, but at least take me there and go see her. But he just broke the news to me and he's like, "We tried our best, the baby couldn't make it." I'm like, I want to scream, but I have stitches, I can't. And I cried because I don't know, it was bad. It was bad, Chris.
I'm sorry.
It was so bad.
Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Thank you to the bosses who changed the office entirely in order to create the most comfortable workspace. And to everyone who brings Bureau Time to them in over 50 countries. Bureau Time, asset for success.
Kajiado Maasai Women Cooperative Society in Kajiado County is the largest women-driven dairy cooperative in Kenya, supporting 3,400 members in a sector that provides livelihoods to over 1.8 million smallholder dairy farmers. The cooperative was started in 2011. It collects about 44,000 liters of milk every day and has a turnover of about 48 million Kenya shillings per month.
Wamama hawakuwa na pahali pa kuuza maziwa. Ilikuwa ni lengo yetu kwamba tukipata soko ya hii maziwa yetu watafaidika.
Cooperative Bank has partnered with Maasai Kajiado Women Cooperative Society to give them a line of credit of 44 million to be able to pay their members on time.
Nowadays, we don't use koroboys, we use daylight. Everybody has got semi-permanent house. We have tried to help both girls and boys on the side of education.
Cooperative Bank is working with cooperatives to transform lives.
Helen Paul.
Hello, madam. Would you like to join us on this mission?
Yes, but how?
Just one question for you. How do you keep your toilet clean?
I use regular detergent and bleach for washing and removing yellow stains. I've been using it for years.
Oh, madam, the regular detergents and bleach are used for washing clothes. To disinfect your toilet properly, you need Harpic 10X. It is specially made for germs and stains removal. Harpic's thick formula settles on stains and gives 10 times better cleaning compared to regular detergents and bleach.
Wow, now I'm convinced, Helen Paul.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that she's part of the mission, the next house is yours.
I see innovation and entrepreneurship thriving. I see young Kenyans remaking the world around them, creating lasting solutions to tomorrow's problems today. And I see women just like me at the heart of this revolution. And while others might see symbols and numbers, these girls see the language of the future. My name is Dorcas Owino, and I am a co-director at LACAB.
Sunlight 2-in-1. It gives you a sensational clean. And an uplifting fragrance. Sunlight 2-in-1 for a sensational clean and an uplifting fragrance. Today tastes like a piece of the action, and it never tasted this good.
This is NTV.
Tonight, what the National Treasury's proposal to tax syringes means in times of a pandemic. We dig into the Finance Bill 2021.
Once a party position has been articulated and given, it is the responsibility of every member of the party to toe that party position.
Also tonight, the Orange Party's top rank is still quarreling, and the next destination for the BBI trade.
Baada ya Senate next week turudi mashinani tuhamasishe wananchi.
Plus, once only a transit route, now a destination of hard drugs.
I'm a heavy junkie.
Kenya's battle with heroin addiction.
Sad!
And in sports, athletics is coming home. So Kenya begins a long sprint to August's Global Championships.
Ndio ni ya kwanza ya kuteua timu ya kwenda trials ya World Under 20.
Today tastes like a Sunday barbecue. And it never tasted this good.
I have to admit, I didn't like Sukuma Wiki when I was growing up, but now I've created a way to make Sukuma Wiki tastier and meatier. I simply add 2 Royco beef cubes, and the end result is a rich, meaty flavor. And today, I have brought along my harshest food critics for a taste test. My kids.
More, please!
Royco beef cubes. Add 2 small cubes for a big, meaty taste.
Geisha coconut milk and honey, enriched with coconut milk for soft and moisturized skin.
Be strong and last long.
What do you think about Molfix? Actually, another brand was recommended to me, but it had a leakage problem. Then I decided to try Molfix. His clothes don't get wet anymore.
True, look how happy he is. Because Molfix provides extra protection against leakage thanks to its anti-leakage elastic barriers. So you can have the best time with your baby.
Yes, we're both happy now.
All babies deserve a high-quality diaper. You should also try Molfix.
Karibu kwenye kipindi kingine cha Wakenya wakisongesha pesa zao.
Tunamwona Abu wa Maviz anapiga deal zake, Nancy analipia materials, naye Agi ana sort suppliers, huku Kiongozi akilipa watu wake. Lakini ngori, mathematics imekataa yawa. Mara itakosi ngapi kutuma na itakuwa ngapi ya kutoa, na transactions ikiwa nyingi kuteseka inazidi. Ai, sasa cheki mateso, ni kama maths paper tu. Woi, epuka mental mathematics haki. Simply switch to T-Cash to send money for free to all networks. Pata memo Abu.
There was a moment in time when we stopped attending physical classes to stay safe, but that did not mean that learning had to stop. At ZTech University, we continue to deliver the highest quality of education through technology and integrated innovation in educating our future leaders. We now have the go-ahead to go back on the quest of knowledge, to go back and search for solutions that our world needs. As we reopen to this new normal, we are committed to excellence. We have adhered to the Ministry of Health COVID-19 guidelines, keeping our students and the learning environment safe. We're back. We're safe. We're learning. We admit both self and government-sponsored students for our degree, diploma, and certificate programs that are accredited by the Commission for University Education. ZTech University. Invent your future.
Try Panadol Advance for relief from headaches, body aches, and fever. With Panadol's Optizorb formula, the tablet gently breaks down in the stomach, quickly absorbs, and starts providing pain relief in 15 minutes. For fast and effective pain relief that you can trust, try Panadol Advance.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. I know this is not an easy conversation, Jemima, so thank you for just being willing to share your story. So before the break, the doctor tells you we couldn't save your child. I can only imagine what thoughts are going through your mind. But did you ever manage to say goodbye to your daughter? Did you hold your child? Did you have that opportunity? No.
No, but I had an opportunity to see her at the morgue.
How was that?
As I wanted to hold her, the nurse was like, "No, you can't hold her because she had already dried up." She was not like something you could hold. Yeah, but I'm glad I saw her.
At least, right?
Yeah, even if not in the best shape, but I saw what I was carrying.
And speaking of seeing what you're carrying, after you go to hospital to have your child, you then go home. But now with you and your husband, this time you went home without a baby. In a home, I'm sure, that was ready to receive a child.
Of course.
In many ways, even the bag you had packed for her.
Yeah.
So take us to how that moment was like, going home without a child and that grieving process. What was that like?
It was not easy because I remember when I just got to the house, there was that one seat I loved to sit at when I was pregnant.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, I don't have the tummy now. And that's where I used to sit. And that is where I could see myself nursing the baby. So I just broke down to tears. And my husband told me, here we are. We don't have the baby. But here is our situation now. There's nothing we can do about it. We had to let go. It's so difficult.
I can imagine.
It's so difficult to let go, but sometimes it's the only thing we have to do to move on.
So two things. Did you seek counseling to be able to help with the healing journey? And how did this affect your marriage, you and your husband?
Before we got to the hospital, before we left the hospital, the doctor had organized for us a counselor who talked to us.
Okay.
For that, I appreciate.
Thank God.
And my husband, I think our bond kind of got stronger.
Good.
It never affected it negatively.
Good.
That's one thing I'm so grateful about.
Thank God.
And as Christians, we trusted God for something better, something beautiful in the future. Amen. And we just decided, let's move on. We can't, people grieve differently, Grace.
True.
And for me, I think the earlier I accepted, the better it was for me and my husband.
I see.
And the doctor had told me to stay for 6 months. I heal a bit, and then I go back for another surgery to have the fibroids removed.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Because you still had fibroids.
Yeah,
That's a
I
lot
still
for
had,
one person.
I still had those horrible, they are monsters. I
I'm
still had
telling
those
you.
monsters.
So how was that surgery? How did that go this time?
I never went for that surgery.
Oh, I see. Why is that?
A friend of mine came visiting home, and she told me, when again are you supposed to go for the surgery? And I'm like, in 6 months' time. She told me, I would love you to try something. If it doesn't work, then go for surgery. So she suggested I use some products, some supplements.
All right. That you
take?
Yes.
Okay. That would help with shrinking the fibroids. I took the supplements and some panty liners from a company called Longreach.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, Grace, I can say I thank God that surgery never happened.
It worked.
Yes, I thank God they never removed those fibroids at that time, because I got a healing that I don't know if it was God working or what was happening. Those products, especially the supplement, it kind of shrinks the fibroids. And during your menses, you see you can tell a difference of a blood clot and like a piece of meat that has come out.
Oh, wow. So you could tell when the fibroids was coming out?
Yeah, they shrink during the month, and when you're having your menses, you see them, they just come out. Whatever has shrunk during the month,
look at that.
It comes out.
So you had a miraculous healing?
I had a miraculous healing.
And no more pain, the fibroids was gone?
Yeah. Wow. After I delivered, the next month I got my period. They were painful still. Nothing had happened after, it's going to disappear after you give birth. So after that 1 month, that's when I decided to use the products. They worked magic for me, like the panty liners, they could. After the menses, you can see that there's something that is still coming out, brownish discharge, to show that it's now cleaning up the uterus, whatever had remained in there.
I see.
And I wanted to use the products for 8 months. But again, in the 5th month,
what happened?
I conceived again. Oh, wow. And I was scared because of my previous experience. Yes.
Course. For many reasons. The fact that you had fibroids and losing your child.
Yes.
So you still had fibroids when you conceived the second time?
I decided to do a scan. You know, by the time I was delivering that baby, the biggest fibroid had gone to 6.5 centimeters.
That's huge.
Yes, and there were now others and other small ones. And when I went for a scan, I found out that big fibroid had shrunk to 3 centimeters.
Oh, wow.
Within 5 months.
So whatever you're doing was working?
Whatever I was doing was working. And I thank God for that, because even I was broke. I could imagine now telling people, because after that delivery, we went totally broke.
Okay.
I couldn't even afford the surgery.
I see.
So my parents kind of came in and they got for me the products, which you can't compare with having a surgery. And know that those fibroids are going to come back again. But now with these products, they kind of shrink the fibroids and maintain them at a certain level, like they can't be bad. Even if they shrink, they shrink, and to some point
they don't regrow.
They don't regrow, or they kind of detach themselves. Whatever has shrunk all that time, it detaches itself from the uterus and it comes out.
I think what we'll do as we wrap the show is you can share your handle, or if you have an organization, people can look for you. If they're struggling, then you can assist them on
of course,
where to get these products and how to assist them. But tell me, you conceived. Let's talk about your child.
Yes, I did.
How did that pregnancy go? Is baby okay? Is baby here? Tell us good news.
The best ever. It was a smooth journey, not even a single painkiller.
Wow.
Even one.
So you got to enjoy the pregnancy.
Until
you got to hold your belly.
Until at 30, because I had to go for CS. So at 38 weeks.
Why did you have to do a CS?
Because I had not healed the previous scar, and the doctor was like, I can't wait labor to catch up with you.
Okay.
So I worked even until that 7 weeks. So people were like, stay home, we're gonna do this for you, just stay home. And on 1st January 2020, baby Miles came.
So your baby's a year old. Congratulations.
Yeah,
baby
a year for, this is the 4th month, baby Miles. He's such a happy baby, very active. And yes, he looks like the father.
He looks like the father. Even this one.
Even this one look like the dad? I don't know what's up with these babies. They just take my little brown color and then they look like the dad.
But as long as he's healthy and
yes,
he's here, we thank
he's
God.
healthy. And even, I don't know, God, I think he's a miracle baby. Even when there's this outbreak of kids getting sick and all that, he's just there. He's just okay.
We thank God.
Yeah. So after all this, my husband was like, you know, you are my hero. And I would love like that you help women out here. There are women struggling.
He's the one who told you?
Yes. You think you are the only one? No, there are women out there. And you're courageous. You can do this. I believe in you. And I asked God, what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Because you can't just go out there and do something out of the blue.
That's true.
God
has to lead
show me the direction. And he did. Last month, but I came up with an initiative, Golden Eagle, to help women. I'm reaching out to women, not only with fibroids, but reproductive health issues. Because all these issues are like, they are caused by almost the same thing, hormonal changes and hormonal issues. So what I do, there's a program that I take them through, and I need them to be patient, because patience is a key. Because imagine if I was not patient within the 5 months, I could have not seen even that little change. And now I'm okay. My tummy is a bit flat. You can see it. I used to look like I'm pregnant, like I'm 3-4 months pregnant there because of the belly pot. And so I'm loving the feedback so far. I've not even launched it yet, but for the few that I've helped using the products, I can see some good feedback.
So
and
how
this
can
is
the women,
what
how can
is
the women
killing.
at home watching you, how can they reach you?
Our Facebook page is Golden Eagle 254 on Facebook, and on Instagram, Golden Eagle 254. You can just show us your love and your support. And anybody who is struggling with these issues, you don't have to walk alone. I'm here. I'll help you as much as I can, because I believe I'm called for a purpose, and I'm called to serve humanity. And this is what I want to do. See their stories change from this to this.
Amen. Just like you.
Exactly. Just
And
like me.
Tomorrow happens to be Mother's Day, so we want to celebrate you as a mom, considering the journey that you've gone through, just to have that title. So what does motherhood mean to you as we celebrate motherhood tomorrow?
Motherhood is amazing, and I can say this. It's God's grace to be called a mom.
Amen.
You know, many people take this thing for granted, grace, because they think getting pregnant, carrying it until the end, and holding your baby
is just
normal. It's a miracle that we need to appreciate. And for the men in our lives, we need your support as our pillars, because motherhood is a bit challenging, but at the end of the day, it's worth it.
Amen.
Seeing that little one jumping here and there, calling you mommy, giving you those small hugs.
It's everything.
It's everything.
I agree.
I thank God for being a mom, and I'm grateful.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. I know you've reached out to someone at home who may be experiencing fertility issues, specifically fibroids. Jemima is here to help you, and you've seen she's a success story. Now she can hold her son, baby Miles.
Miles.
If she can do it, so can you. Thank you so much for making time for us. To all mothers out there watching, happy Mother's Day, and see you next week. Goodbye. God bless.